Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Bastion. God, it's been a long time since I've made one of these, so definitely gonna have to recap. Last time we met a singer. She is right over here. Her name is Zia. She is also of Uriculture. Last time we left off, though, she and everybody else had a lot that they wanted to say to us, so let's go ahead and see what they had to say.
Most of the Ura never got a taste of Ceylondia's fine goods, unless they were born and raised in the city like Zia here. Sure, the world's all gone to pieces farther than the eye can see, but leave it to this gal to point out the amazing view. Girl tried to run away from home one time, but the marshals stopped that, didn't they? So many secrets in there and she can't even read it, her father's own journal. If only I'd known half the secrets of the Calamity were tucked away in that book, I'd have worked to translate it right away. A scientific journal written in Zolf's native tongue. He learned so much from it. Too much.
Alright, so we learned quite a bit there. We know Zia is of Uriculture, obviously, but now we know that she was born and raised in Ceylondia. We also know that that book holds secrets about the Calamity, but nobody here can read it other than Zolf. So while he's doing that, we're gonna go ahead and go get the last core. Now, there's only one stage available right now. That is an improving ground, obviously, because there's only one core left. The Wild Outskirts. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. I happen to hate this stage.
In time, we charted the wild unknown, but we kept the name. Place is so raw, even the Calamity couldn't cook it. Not all of it.
Right off the bat, we have a new weapon, the dueling pistols.
Know what's better than having a slinger pistol in a fight? Having two.
These are actually pretty good, but this stage isn't very good at showing them off. At first glance, the stage looks really nice and everything. You know, it's a change of pace. It's nice and bright, lots of colors, but you'll see why I hate it soon.
Savage things lurking at every turn.
For one, the colorful and pretty plants are evil and try to kill you. And second of all, there's just too many of them. Like, it just becomes this giant clusterfuck of plants that are shooting at you, and I hate it a lot. So here's something different. We already have the core in our sight.
Pecker's got the core, like they're building a bastion of their own. The welcoming committee scrambles to attention. Didn't expect the kid so soon.
Peckers are really annoying to deal with if you don't have the musket.
Kid learns the hard way not to touch those things.
As you can see, I've already fallen, but it shouldn't be a problem, right? The core's right there, stage is almost over anyways.
They shouldn't have let their guard down.
Yeah, see, everything's fine. We'll just grab it and leave.
The core's right there, itching to come home. Getting that core was one thing. Getting out's gonna be another. He digs his way out of the clearing, but the wilds won't let him go without a fight.
Of course, what was I thinking? It's not going to be that easy.
Wallflowers survive the Calamity.
I adopt a new strategy here, though.
Best take it real slow when pincushions are afoot. Kid's roused up half the wild by now. Then kid gets the feeling he's being watched. Not by me, by a lunkhead. And lunkheads ain't fond of two-legged animals.
Lunkheads are very dangerous. They do a ton of damage and they're very robust.
But the hindquarters and you only make him mad.
But the end of the stage is right there. We missed out on a lot of XP and shards, but to be quite honest, I hate this stage and I didn't want to fall again. So I completely ignored the narrator's advice of going slow and just kind of bolted towards the end. Besides, we've got the final core. Our journey's over. Why would we take our time? People are counting on us. We gotta get home.
He's anxious to get back. After all, he's got the final core. His journey's over, right? Well, no. It ain't. Not by a long shot. Kid knows something's up when we ain't there to give a warm welcome. See, Zolf and I were just wrapping up a heated discussion. Zolf can barely muster the words. The calamity failed, he says, but I will not. And with that, Zolf leaves us here, alone.
Well, he must have read something in that journal that made him pretty upset. And what's this? Yeah, here we have a piece of the monument. He must have broken it.
Zolf cursed the city, cursed the Bastion, cursed me, said he was going home. When Zolf got through reading that journal, he just snapped. Started smashing up the monument till I tried to stop him.
I feel like this all traces back between the war between the Ur and the Solandians. Anyways, let's see if the monument is still working.
Zolf banged up the monument pretty bad. But there's a way to put her back together. The shards. We're gonna need all of them to nurse the Bastion back to health.
We'll start collecting those shards next time. But, yeah, so apparently Zolf is pretty angry about something, and apparently he's going to do what the Calamity failed at. I don't like the sounds of that. We'll go ahead and dive into that a little deeper next time. I'll see you guys then.